Everyone was shocked when they heard what Sonia said, that she would like to learn martial arts. Everyone looked at Yawa, accusing him of not doing his job properly, because now Sonia would like to protect herself. The other shadows dragged Yawa out, while he was calling for Sonia. Sonia did not mind at all and even raised her hand as if telling them to do a good job educating him again. She was then asked by Dusk why she wanted to learn martial arts, and she answered that she simply wanted to build some strength. She even added that Gowan is a 12-year-old shadow, and since he can do it, she can probably do it too. But still, they insist that she doesn't need to learn, and that all she needs to do is order them to guard her so that she can focus on more important matters. Then Sonia confirmed with them that they are Yawa's shadows, but she was told that they are shadows of the imperial family members, and she is now an imperial princess, which makes her orders come next in line to Her Majesty's. Still not convinced, she asked Dusk again how she could trust that they would always be loyal to her. Still shocked, Dusk told her that a shadow that betrays his liege can never happen. He even added a question about what they needed to do for her to trust them. Sonia looked at Dusk and told him that he appeared to be in shock for not being trusted. Dusk told her that he did not realize that they were that unreliable. But Dusk told her not to doubt their loyalty, that they are swords that she can use, and that there is no way that a sword within her hands would harm her. Sonia smiled at him. Sonia is now sitting by the table, and she is wondering why her stomach is upset. She is thinking that she must have been on edge, because of the letter from Gyun Yuran. She then recalls the burning of the room with all the medicines in it, and Soyeon seemed more flustered since the situation report was delayed. She looked at the door and wondered why the palace was so quiet, and if there should be maids out in the hall. She walked towards the door and slid it open slowly. She gets scared seeing the hallway with no one in there, so she immediately closes it. She is wondering why the whole place is empty. Turning her back from the door, she can hear footsteps, and she knows they are not those of a maid or lady-in-waiting. It's a man's. She remembers Dusk lessons. He taught her that if the assailant comes from behind and covers her mouth, bruise their hand as hard as you can, poke their eyes with your fingers, or punch them if possible, before running away. Banging her head against their mouth or nose is also useful. Dusk also added that since she is still young and doesn't have enough strength, defending and fleeing are her best choices, and if the opponent is holding a weapon, she should use her feet, or another tool to hit that hand holding the weapon before running away as fast as possible. Sonia, intrigued, asked how she could use self-defense weapons like daggers and such. Dusk reminded her that even though he will teach her, that doesn't mean she will use it in those situations since it may hurt her instead. Holding a paring knife and shaking, she decided to use it to protect herself. Dusk words are ringing in her head. Don't let the assistant find out you're holding a knife, and you must think that there is only one chance to use it. She did not realize that those words, and what she learned would be used right away. The door slowly slides and shows Gyun. He spoke, told her that it's been so long, and asked her how she was doing. Sonia is too scared to answer. She looked at Gyun Yuran, the head of the Yuran clan. He even asked if she had forgotten about him already, and he also asked what she was hiding behind her back. With her powers, he gets the knife from Sonia, telling her that she might think that he was an assassin. The door closed behind Gyun. He said that, since, if not, why would his daughter point a knife at her dear father? Sonia denied holding a knife against Gyun. She told him that she had taken an interest in crafting lately, and that she was just practicing how to cut some fruits. Gyun looked at her. Sonia is trying to stay calm. She needs to pretend that she is a happy 8-year-old who's happy to see her father after a long time. She dashed and hugged Gyun, telling him she missed him, which made the other shocked. In return, Gyun hugged and squeezed her and told her how sorry he was for coming so late, and that he missed her too. Sonya noticed how cold and stiff Gi-yoon's hands were, as if he were not human. Holding Sonya's hands, Gi-yoon told her that they needed to discuss a lot of things and that they should take a seat. After saying that, he walked past her. Sitting face to face, Gi-yoon said that he should have visited Sonya more often. He asked how she was doing. And Sonya answered that she is doing fine, and that she missed her father, who is Gi-yoon. He told Sonya that she could tell him the truth. He added that he feels bad for only sending her a single maid when she first entered the palace, and it hurt him very much. Saying that left Sonya speechless. Gi-yoon added that he will be sending the maids who took care of Sonya within the Yurin clan. Sonya already knows that Gi-yoon is trying to send spies, and she can't let him do that. She told Gi-yoon that the ladies-in-waiting in the palace are all very nice to her. But then Gi-yoon asked her why she was lying to him, which made her scared and shocked. He continued with why Sonya is pretending to get along with the people in the palace, just because she simply doesn't want to trouble him. He even added that he knows everything so well. He said that he was fine sending the words to her, but Sonya is determined not to let Gi-yoon send spies into the palace. She told him that the ladies-in-wait assigned to her were provided by Yawa. Gi-yoon told her that she is still one of his children, and she may be Yawa's daughter, but he still loves her very much, and yet Sonya seems very cold to him now. Sonya stood up, telling him that it is not true, and that she is always trying her best to repay the love that Gi-yoon has shown her. With that, he told her to accept his request, which made Sonya stop. She realizes that this is how Gi-yoon Yurin controlled the original Sonya. He coaxed her into letting him have his own way by telling her not to be a bad daughter. He made the original Samaya hate the other consorts this way in the novel. If she gained Yawa's affection, she would push the clans of the other consorts away. Sonya is conflicted about what she should do. She can't let Gi-yoon Yurin do as he pleases. As she paces the room, her mind races, trying to find a plausible excuse to deter him. Just then, the door slides open and Yawa steps inside, calling her name urgently. Before Sonya can respond, Yawa rushes toward her and envelops her in a tight hug. Sonya, are you all right? Were you hurt in the fire? Yawa asks, her voice filled with concern. Sonya reassures her, I'm fine, Yawa. Just a bit shaken, but unharmed. Meanwhile, Gi-yoon greets Yawa, his presence in the room a stark contrast to the warmth Yawa exudes. His calm demeanor only serves to irritate Yawa further. What are you doing in Sonya's palace? She demands, her tone sharp and unyielding. Gi-yoon, unfazed, responds, I came to see my daughter because I missed her. On my way here, I noticed everyone seemed flustered and realized it was because of the fire. Yawa narrows her eyes, not believing a word he says. So you're telling me it's just a coincidence that you decided to visit Sonya without any prior notice, right when there was nobody in the crown princess's palace due to the fire? Her voice drips with skepticism. Gi-yoon maintains his calm facade, replying, I truly missed Sonya and wanted to visit her. There's nothing more to it. Yawa, however, is not convinced. Sonya is the princess of Seora, and under my protection now. You dare to claim her as your daughter in front of me? Her words are laced with anger and protectiveness. Gi-yoon's eyes flash momentarily, but he keeps his composure. You cannot sever the bond between a parent and child so easily. This was my only opportunity to see my dear daughter. I ask for your forgiveness, Yawa. Yawa's patience wears thin. The problem will be solved if you leave the palace now before I have to resort to other methods, she warns. Sonya watches the exchange, shocked at the hostility between Gi-yoon and Yawa. She had always believed that everyone should be wholeheartedly in love with Yawa, yet here was Gi-yoon, challenging her authority. The tension in the room is palpable, and Sonya feels torn between the two figures in her life, unsure of what to do next.